Hi, I'm Randy, and this is the beginning of a series on how to start playing the guitar, assuming that you know absolutely nothing about it. Today we're going to look at some of the various parts of the guitar, and then in future videos we will look at positioning of our fingers for chords and strumming patterns and things like that. So let's start off very simple. The top of the guitar here is called the head, or the headstock. On it are the tuning keys. Right here where the strings meet the neck is called the nut. You have, this is the neck. On the neck are frets. You've got a bunch of them here. 1 to 12 and then up to 14 where the body meets the neck, and the flat part is called the fretboard. On the fretboard are fret markers. This particular guitar has them marked here on the top so you can see them with playing without having to look over. They're also marked here and you will be able to see them on the front. So this particular one is marked at 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, and the double is for the 12th fret. Now on the 12th fret you have the scale starts all over again. So for example, this is an E note and this is an E note, an octave higher on the scale. So that's some of the basics of this. Now you have this part is called the body. And on the body you have a pick guard. This protects your guitar when you're strumming from being scratched up. You have what's called the sound hole. This sound hole is where all of the sound will come from. Then you have the saddle here, this larger part. The saddle is what holds this white part here made out of bone called the bridge. And the bridge lifts the strings up so that they're in the correct positioning. And then you have here the string pins that go into the saddle and hold everything together. The whole top of the guitar is called the soundboard. Because of the nature of the way acoustic guitars in particular are made, it's necessary to have really good wood for a soundboard. This particular guitar has mahogany for its sound. And in future videos I'll use different guitars and explain. Mahogany is beautiful, but it is also a little bit more mellow sounding kind of guitar than one that's made with a spruce top. Then there are strings. You've got strings here. You have 6 of them from the bottom to the top. The bottom string is a high note and the top string is a low note, and then they are numbered. The bottom going up is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. They also have note names. This one's an E. Top one is also an E. It's in a lower octave. And then in the second string is a B, third string is a G, fourth string is a D, fifth string is an A, and sixth string again is an E. Now, in addition to strings being numbered from 1 at the bottom to 6 at the top, our fingers are also numbered, and those are very important as we use chord diagrams to help to show the different positions that our fingers go in. On your left hand, you have your fingers numbered. Your index finger is 1, and then the middle finger is 2, ring finger is 3, and pinky is 4, and then we have the thumb, which doesn't have a number. So that is index is 1, middle finger is 2, third finger or ring finger is 3, and the final finger, the pinky, is 4, followed by the thumb. Let's talk a little about calluses. When you first start to play the guitar, you'll notice that the ends of your fingers get really sore. And the reason for that is they haven't developed calluses yet. Now, I've been playing a long time and I have pretty good calluses. After you've played a little bit, you play a C chord, you play a D chord, and you just go, ooh, that feels a little tiring on my fingers and gets sore. It's going to take a little bit of time to build up calluses so that you can play easily. If you keep at it, even when it's sore, in a week or two it'll begin to feel a little bit better. Now, what happens when you stop playing for a while, let's say that you play for a few weeks and then you get busy or you get tired, you start to lose those calluses and you have to go through the process of getting your calluses back all over again. Now, if you are a person, ladies, you in particular, and you like to have your nails long, then you might need to think about trimming your nails a little bit. Notice mine are pretty short because the nails will interfere with your being able to press down on the strings to make the chords. Now, let's talk about how to hold the guitar. You've seen me in this video so far holding the guitar like this. It's resting upon my leg, and I have kind of right into between my part of my body here. Right in the middle is kind of where the head part of the guitar goes. And I can easily reach with my left hand over here to make chords. And I can easily reach over here in front of the sound hole to either finger pick or to strum. So you want to get a position that's comfortable. I've seen some folks who have tried to play the guitar like this, and it's very difficult. You can see the fingers where the chords go, but you can't very easily strum, and you can see how some of the strings are muted. So you got to get in the habit of placing the guitar like this so you can place your fingers correctly. One other thing I want to cover in this video is the use of a pick. I use picks. I prefer nylon picks because I tend to strum hard, and when I strum hard, it tends to break the picks, and that's usually not good if you're buying plastic. The type of pick that I use for most of my guitar playing is a Jim Dunlop 73 millimeter pick, and that is very light. It's made out of nylon. They come in gray. I've got a gold one here, and I find them to work very well. Now, how to hold a pick depends on how you want to do this. I tend to hold my picks between my thumb and my index finger, and I hold it so that it's pinched right like that in between. It kind of helps to pinch it a little bit. Sometimes I will hold it, if I'm strumming, with my middle finger and my index finger, so it'll be like that. Now, as I said, in a future video I'm going to talk about strumming and strum patterns, but the best way to begin to practice holding your pick is like I suggested here. Now, you can play without a pick, that is not a problem, but it's going to get a little bit different sound. If you play without a pick, I use my index finger and my fingernail as my pick and just strum down, which isn't a bad way to go if you're just doing downstrokes. A little hard to do upstrokes when you aren't using a pick, but we'll cover that in another video. All right, well, I hope that this is helpful for you. And if it is helpful for you, just kind of go over it as you need to know what the parts of the guitar are, how to hold the guitar, that kind of thing. And I'll see you in the next video, which is going to talk about tuning.